You see, we have the neutron, we have the atom, and we have a nucleus, and we have an electron. Now, the atom and the electron, the whole mass of matter is concentrated in the nucleus. The electron has practically no mass. I mean, it is so insignificant. And the distance between an electron and the nucleus is so massive, is so enormous in real terms, that you can argue that man is a walking space. Not only man, everything is really 90% space, or even more, 99% space. So what does the CERN technology do, the latest sort of quark technology or quantum physics, yeah? What does it do? It bombards the nucleus with electrons to see, or other sort of nuclei of other material, to see what subatomic particles arise. The idea is that even the word atom comes from the Greek word atomos, which means you cannot cut it further. The a is a negative, tomeo is to cut. So atom really means the matter which cannot be smaller anymore, and that is the atom, classically defined. So what happens is, with quantum mechanics, we came to understand that there are subatomic particles which build up matter. So it's not only the atom, there are subatomic particles, especially concentrated in the nucleus. And the idea, therefore, is by bombarding the nucleus, we split it so that we find out what else is contained in the nucleus, which are the subatomic particles, the quarks, etc. Now, using, therefore, this CERN technology, see how the same methodology in terms of this linguistic fossil will show you incredible world-shaking discoveries and subatomic linguistic particles. Now, what is the word Hai, which, remember, in Armenian means Armenian. It is the identity of the whole people. So when an Armenian says, I am Hai, he's saying, I am a member of the group which discovered the Hai. Now let's see, what does this Hai contain? Now, just like a sort of quantum technology, let's bombard this nucleus with electrons, with linguistic electrons, which is, like, let's say, you know, formal, semantic, subatomic linguistic particles, and see what it delivers. The first thing is that H is not even a consonant, it is a demi-consonant, semi-consonant. It is a matter of consonantal air ejection, yeah? So it is not really like all consonants. It is a glottal stoppage from the throat. That leaves us with I. Now, if you separate this I, if you take the central nucleus, which is the A, you will notice that A is what I call the archetypal quark vowel. The archetypal, call it, you know, photon vowel. How? In terms of the quantum mechanics. In other words, I'm going further than nuclear theory of matter. I'm going further into the subatomic world of linguistic matter. Now, A is actually, why is it the archetypal vowel? There are basic vowels in all languages. A, E, O, U, I. There are basic 5 vowels, yeah? Now please note that all these other vowels are actually variations, almost musical variations of the A. No wonder, therefore, the A is the first letter of the alphabet, the beginning of all alphabets, because the A is the archetypal vowel. In other words, without the A, human language is impossible. Without the bipedal animal, without the evolutionary Darwinian animal discovering the A, he could not create language. He could not understand language. It is the consciousness of the utterance of the A which makes language itself possible. So now what happens is this. When the first man, the bipedal man, let's say, the Darwinian man, on the highlands, on the Anatolian highlands, not in the African savannah, when the first man comes into consciousness of the A, he is so delighted that he emphasizes it. It is his identity. He is going around saying, ah, I found ah, ah. If you say ah as an identity with force, it automatically extends into I. Try it yourselves. Here it is, replicable scientific methodology. You say I am ah, I am I. It automatically extends into the I. So when you say, therefore, when you discover this I, you're going around and saying, I am I. My identity is I. And now there is the connotation with this, what I call the scream of life. I is simultaneously the expression of pain and pleasure. The I is when somebody prods you, with a knife, you say I, and you have an orgasm, you say I probably, I don't know. So the point is that it is pain and pleasure, it is the archetypal expression of all human emotions. And this is how, therefore, the first man discovers emotions, human emotions, through the discovery of this I, or rather the first, the A vowel, the archetypal photon, quark, subatomic particle, which extends naturally into the I. When he continues his identity emphasis, saying, I am I, see how automatically, again, it's very natural, it goes into I am I. So when he's saying, I am my personal identity is I am I. I am the one who came into consciousness and therefore discovered the scream of life. I am I. He then says, all of you, friends, my friends, you are I, like me. We are I, you see. So therefore, I arises as another quark, meaning the tribal identity. We are therefore a group of people who discovered the I, which is the first subatomic archetypal particle. Now, here is the most incredible fossil. Now, I mean, this is incredible because it is really mind-blowing, and it is a discovery of such immense significance because it is only and only in the Armenian language preserved as such. And see how all the other linguistic progressions are preserved in this archetypal photon, subatomic particle, linguistic particle. Now, when he